Hey, welcome to our class of Tuesday Night Beer School with me, Chad, of Chad's Beer Reviews, and...
Me, Christina.
Alright, so the style that we're doing tonight, this is a lot of craft beer nerds' favorite style. It is, of course, 33B Specialty Wood Age Beer. There is also just a regular wood age beer, but we'll get to that another time. This style is intended for beer aged in wood with added alcohol character from previous use of the barrel. Bourbon barrel or other similar beers should be entered here. So overall impression, an elevation of the base beer style with characteristics from aging in contact with wood, including alcoholic products previously in contact with the wood. The best examples will be smooth, flavorful, well-balanced, and well-aged. Now, the comments, this is pretty important. Success in the style depends on how well the wood and alcohol character supports and enhances the base beer and how well integrated they are with the overall flavor profile. Age character is allowable, but excessive oxidation or sourness is the fault. Character ingredients varies with base style, aged in wooden cask or barrels previously used to store alcohol. Whiskey, bourbon, rum, gin, tequila, port, it's almost always bourbon. Fuller bodied, higher gravity base styles are often used since they can best stand up to the additional flavors, although experimentation is encouraged. We don't need the entry instructions. So the vitals just varies with base style, typically above average and often darker in commercial examples. I don't think we're doing any of these, but we did Goose Island Bourbon County Stout last night. So, and we've had some other bourbon
Founders.
So, yeah, that's KBS is one of my favorites. CBS is one of my favorites. So tonight we're gonna do. I was gonna do Goose Island, but since we did review it on its own, I picked up I think a comparable substitute. So this is North Coast Brewing's barrel aged Old Rasputin. This is 11.2 ABV. I don't know why. It just says barrel aged on here, but I know it's bourbon barrel aged.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is from Lexington Brewing, or whatever it's called, Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Imperial Milk Stout. That one's 12% ABV. This brewery, they make all bourbon barrel aged beers.
I've never had a bourbon barrel milk stout before. I didn't know that was a thing. So that's cool.
Usually we pour this stuff off camera, but I don't see any reason to. I'll just speed it up. All right, we've got our beers poured. We'll start with the Old Rasputin. As always, we start with aroma. I definitely would say this is like a woody... I think it's more wood than anything else.
Yeah. Wood.
It's like a carpenter shop.
Yeah, I'm getting some vanilla on there.
Yeah, I agree. I would say it has kind of a fruity essence, but I couldn't point out any individual fruits.
Nope. Maybe just some sort of red fruit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe a little cherry. I also get there's still some hops in there. Is it you get citrus or pine?
No, I don't.
I think I get, and maybe even a little bit of I think black currants maybe is what I'm thinking of. And this is both of these beers are pretty strong. This isn't burning my nose.
No, you can keep sniffing it. It's fine.
Yeah. It's not clearing my sinuses. Maybe it might when we take a sip. So
yeah.
All right, let's try the other one.
All right.
This one I hardly smell anything.
Wow, compared to that one?
Yeah.
I'm not getting wood.
I think this is a little chocolatey, but it's also a little paint remover-y. Are you getting some kind of solvent or
nail polish remover? That's terrible.
Yeah, acetate or whatever.
Yeah. Varnish.
Yeah, I mean it's not that. I think we're exaggerating.
Yeah, it's definitely not overpowering. It's you can barely smell anything at all.
Yeah, to me it's more neutral smelling than I would not say this is bad smelling at all. It's just it's just a total difference, the intensity and the complexity between these two.
It's dialed down a lot.
All right, let's check the specs to see how it should smell. Aroma varies with base style. A low to moderate woody aroma is usually present, with some varietals may have a stronger or distinctive character. Well, true. If the wood is toasted or charred, there may be a low to moderate vanilla, caramel, toffee, toast, or cocoa character present. Yeah, I definitely agree. Definitely get a little vanilla, a little toast. A lot of times they say like toasted almonds or something. Aromatics associated with alcohol. Previously stored in the wood should be noticeable but balanced. Well, I would say like this is pretty true of the Old Rasputin, but not so much of the Kentucky. So for the Kentucky, I'm going to go... Actually, let me zoom in on here a little. There we go. I'm going to go kind of low on that one. I think 7. I think even that's a little generous.
Yeah, I'm going to do a 5. I'm not getting wood on that at all.
Okay. The Old Rasputin... Well, I still have the Bourbon County fresh in my mind from last night, and this is not quite as intense as that one, but it's still much better. And it also just lives up to the specs more, so I'm going to go, I think 10. I mean, I could do an 11 on that.
Yeah, I'll do the 11.
You do 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Always the generous judge.
Yeah.
All right, so for appearance, you guys probably saw.
They look identical.
Well, the difference is the Old Rasputin is still has foam hanging around. Whereas the Kentucky is like just like pen ink in the glass.
Yeah.
I would say they're both... They probably look black on camera, and they are, but I mean, it's like they're both like extremely dark brown.
Yep.
They're both very clear, I will say. I didn't see like any sediment or rust or anything.
Nothing floating in there.
Yeah. All right, so let's check the specs on appearance. Appearance varies with base style, often darker than the unadulterated base beer style, particularly if charred barrels are used. Beers aged in wine barrels or other products with distinct colors may also impart a color to the finished beer. Yeah, that's true. Like you might have like a red tint or something. But again, all right, so as the Kentucky bourbon barrel definitely looks like an Imperial style, it's just lacking that foam.
Yeah.
So, and it's also clear. So I will give it a 2.
Yeah, it's in the middle too.
But I will give the Old Rasputin the full 3.
3.
3 for you?
Yep.
All right, here comes the best part. We will start with the Old Rasputin. Cheers.
Cheers.
Kind of a lot going on there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like more like a earthy taste than... It's not like super decadent.
I'm getting chocolate on the flavor.
I would say it's like more vanilla though.
Vanilla. Dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Not sweet.
Yeah, this one compared to like the Bourbon County, I thought that was like pretty decadent. This one is...
Yeah.
This one I'm getting like a lot, even though this is less alcohol than the Bourbon County, I'm actually getting a lot of alcohol in this one.
It burns a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I go as far as say burns, but yeah, it's very warming.
For me, it does. It burns a little bit, but it didn't get on the aroma.
I think it has like a little bit of like a tannic thing going there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get like a kind of like a bit of a nutty kind of flavor, like slightly toasted almonds or something like that. It's kind of like an essence of coffee. It doesn't taste like coffee straight up though.
No, I think this one really tastes like bourbon though, like really bourbon-y.
Yeah, although I'm still getting a lot of hops like in the aftertaste there. Mm-hmm. It's actually quite bitter.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like a bitter.
All right, so let's give the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Milk Stout a try.
Yes.
Cheers again.
Cheers. Whoa.
Well, I will say that even though this one is a stronger alcohol, it's much less alcoholic.
I think
less boozy.
I feel like it's more boozy on first taste.
To me, it's very smooth. But like, I'm not really getting much else on it.
Yeah.
I think it has like maybe like a slight caramel kind of flavor, or maybe like a toasted marshmallow or something. What do you think?
Vanilla. But to me, this just tastes like taking a shot, honestly.
Yeah, it almost has like a cough medicine kind of flavor to it.
Yeah.
I will say like this one doesn't really taste like bourbon. It's just kind of like a general, alcohol kind of flavor.
Yeah. Just that general burningness.
Well, this is why beer is judged by at least two people, because even though we're drinking the exact same drink, we're getting like different flavors and different impressions.
Mm-hmm.
And also like Christina's probably more of a lightweight than I am,
Yeah, for sure.
Like she's saying this burns, and like for me it's just kind of a warm, and it's weird because I actually find this less burning than the Old Rasputin. But I would say this one is much less flavorful.
Oh, for sure.
It's like it seems to be really lacking in like hops compared to the Old Rasputin.
Yeah, it's I think
not
less complex.
I'd say this one's much drier.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, for sure.
I do like there is like I said, kind of like a toasted marshmallow thing going there. But like it doesn't have like cherry or black currant or coffee or chocolate or anything.
Nope.
It's a very simple. Like I don't even know how you make a beer this strong and like also make it like at the same time also so mild and simple.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's odd.
I don't know how they did that. It's actually kind of a brewing feat to do that. All right, let's check the specs on flavor. Varies with base style. Wood usually contributes a woody flavor and possibly distinctive varietal character. I would agree for the Old Rasputin. Toasted or charred wood can add vanilla, caramel, butterscotch, toasted bread, toasted nuts, coffee, chocolate. Yeah, especially more in the Old Rasputin. I think maybe you could say like a nuttiness on the Kentucky, or cocoa, like just cocoa nibs or powder.
Yeah, nibs.
It's not chocolate, like chocolate candy or anything.
No.
Wood dry flavors and added alcohol flavors should be balanced, mutually supportive and noticeable while not overpowering the base style or each other. All right, well, I think that describes the Old Rasputin because like it's that balance of like the base Old Rasputin plus the bourbon barrel aging character. All right, so again, the Kentucky bourbon barrel is. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's just that it's underwhelming or disappointing or just kind of mild for what it is.
Yeah.
And it's simple, it's mild, and it should be so much more intense. I'm gonna go 13. I think even that seems a little generous to me.
I'm gonna do a 10. For me,
10?
the key word is balanced. I don't think it's balanced at all.
Yeah, I agree with you that. All right, and for the Old Rasputin, kind of night and day on this one. I mean, I would say it's not as good as the Bourbon County, but it is so much better than this one, and it's also, living up to the specs. I'm gonna say 17. Maybe we could do 18 on that.
I'll do 18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's talk about mouthfeel. We will start with the Old Rasputin. I mean, it's got some viscosity to it, but it is not. I've had thicker, chewier beers, like the Bourbon County last night. I would call this like. I don't know. I don't think I would go as far as say straight up full body. I think it's like medium full. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's pretty full.
It also seems to be like pretty well carbonated too, which like maybe that's throwing me off.
Yeah.
I think in fact it might even be like a tad over carbonated.
Really?
What do you think?
No, I'd say it's in the like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. So I'd probably say about medium full to full body and probably moderate carbonation. All right, we'll try the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel. I think this one actually has. Well, this one is a milk stout, so it's going to have a bit more body to it.
Yeah.
And I would say the carbonation on this one is noticeably lower.
A lot lower, yeah.
This one is almost. I don't know if I would go as far as say like oily, but it has like kind of like a.
Thickish?
No, just like the actual texture. And you know what? Now that it's warming up, like I'm getting like kind of like a dark chocolate aftertaste, which is nice now, but where was that 5 minutes ago? You know?
Right.
All right, let's check the specs for mouthfeel. Varies with base style. Tannins from the wood may increase the perception of body as well as enhancing the dryness of the finish. Some astringency from wood tannins is allowable. All right, so it does say some astringency.
Yeah.
Not to like the point where it's like some like super dry red wine, you know.
Right.
And I did get a little bit of tannins, I think on the Old Rasputin, but it kind of works with it. It's not enough to like be like super distracting or anything. Usually exhibits additional alcohol warming, but should not be hot or harsh. I think you described the Kentucky as harsh.
I said harsh.
Yeah. Tart or acidic characteristics should be low to none and never distracting. And so they don't really mention like actual, body and carbonation and all that. I wouldn't call either of these beers tart or acidic.
Not tart.
Yeah, and I did say like the Kentucky kind of had like a paint remover kind of quality on the aroma, but it didn't taste like it. I mean, as far as like what a bourbon barrel aged stout should drink like, the Kentucky is pretty much like right there, but I said it is a little slick. So, and it seems like a tad undercarbonated, so I'm going to go 3 on that one. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's harsh. I'm going to do a 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. Old Rasputin, better, but not perfect. I'm going to go 4. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll do a 4 on that one.
Okay. Overall, the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel is, to me, it seems almost like they half-assed it. Sorry. I think like this is like a starter bourbon barrel, maybe like something you would give to like your parents or your aunt, or I'm gonna go. I'm thinking 5 or 6. I'm gonna say. I'll say 6.
For me, this would be a gift to somebody I didn't like. I'm gonna do a 4.
4. Wow.
Yeah.
You're either like super harsh or super generous. The Old Rasputin, very good for the style. I've had better, but it's very good. I'll go 8.
Yeah, it looks like my average score is a 9.
You're gonna go 9?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so it's kind of night and day. I mean, like, if this was a competition, we would have to kind of meet in the middle here because we're off by almost 10 points. We're off by 8 points, but
yeah.
Check up there somewhere. I'm sure there's a link to our Bourbon County review and other bourbon barrel beers that I've had over the years.
I think this is the lowest I've ever ranked a beer looking at the score.
Yeah.
For
Something that's not a
school.
homebrew. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So thanks to Chris for coming over, and we will see you next Tuesday for Christmas beers. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.